Hello everyone and welcome once again to Style with Myke Fashion. Achieving a perfect flap or placket is very important in tailoring job. Very important because once someone looks at the job that you made, face value, the first thing they will see, look at the person's face and the chest portrait, right? So they are going to be looking at your neck and your placket. They are going to be looking at your neck and your placket. These things are very important in tailoring job. That is why you must achieve a perfect neck and placket every time you do your job. This video is the one for you because in this video I showed you how to achieve plackets in very simple steps that is clean on the outside and clean on the inside, because some people they like to check both the outside and the inner parts of your job. So if you follow this pattern I'm showing you in this video, you're going to achieve the same results. I also have a video on how to achieve perfect piping work. You can go to my channel, just scroll and you check, you can see the videos there. And please, while you're here, subscribe to my channel, and you also make sure you like this video and please share with your friends. So here you can see that I collected my monogram design and I've already prepared my color gum. For purpose of clarification, I normally use the hard color gum. So I cut this on, the width is 1.5 inches and I just followed the length of the design on the placket, which was about 15 inches. So now you just prepare your color gum, you trim the rough edges and then you iron it. You have to make sure you place it right at the middle of the design such that the placket does not balance one side. And after that you can see, just trim off the excess parts, at least leave at least half inch on the side and the down and the up. So for me, I normally use hemming gum to hold the side of my plackets because it will make your job clean and easy. So you see, after ironing that, you use a presser to just press it down so that it laps very well. So you can see that there's excess fabric on the right side, so you're going to trim that out. After you trim it, make sure you are leaving about quarter of an inch underneath the normal size of the placket. That is, the quarter of an inch should exceed the placket. I hope you understand what I mean, because it is that quarter of an inch that you're going to use to stitch to the bodies of the clothes. Also, just do this as seen. Apply your gum and iron it to achieve a clean placket that will look very nice. So you can see this is the result of the placket preparation. So now I'm going to take it to the table. Because this fabric is black, I believe you're having a hard time seeing what I'm actually doing. But the placket, after you open the chest, I normally cut my chest by 8 inches. So there is a smaller placket and then the bigger one. The smaller one is normally underneath the bigger one that has the design. So the smaller one is on the right side of the bodies of the top, and that is what I'm applying now. The smaller one that is going to be underneath the main design. So you just attach that as seen. You make sure you trim off all the excess fabrics, trim off all the excess thread. Use your machine and stitch it down. So you can just follow these steps exactly as you're seeing this. So now I've already applied the smaller parts. Now I'm going to apply the bigger parts. For you to do that, you have to turn your fabric to the bad side. Turn your fabric to the bad side and then you place it like so. Remember, we slit the chest by 8 inches. So when you turn it inside, you place the plackets. Make sure it is equal with the neck. Make sure one is not above or underneath each other. Make sure it is on the same level. So you now stitch that, trim your thread, notch that place so that you can turn it easily. Do you understand? So at this point, you're going to flip this upside down, because we're going to stitch all around the placket. So you flip it upside down as seen here. Now you're going to, you see there's a line there. I folded that fabric into 2 equal halves and I ironed it, and that line is going to be my guide to align my placket, so that I'll make sure that it is at the middle. So you can see how I did this. Open that place and then you start stitching from there upwards to the neck. Start stitching from that opening, that 8 inches down there, upwards to the neck. So you just stitch like so. You turn it again and then you stitch it all the way down and around it. So now what I'm doing is I'm trimming off the excess fabric that is below that 8 inches. If you don't trim it off, it's going to be overlapping your fabric. So I trimmed it out, that the fabric that falls on the placket that is below the 8 inches or not, where we slit. So at this point here now, you're going to align, make sure you align your neck with the smaller part of the placket. Make sure they are equal, and then you stretch your fabric downwards. Do you understand? Before you stitch it, you have to take note of that, please, because the smaller placket that is underneath the big one has to be on the same level. I hope you understand. So now we have gotten back to the point where we started. You double stitch that and then you trim off your thread. So after this, we're just going straight to the table to iron it, and then we'll show you the result. You can observe that from this video, I've already applied my piping. I already applied my neck. I told you earlier that I have a video concerning the piping. You can go through my channel and you check on any challenges. You can watch that video. So while you're watching this, please, I would like you to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and if you have any questions, do drop them in the comment section, and I promise you I'm going to reply to all of them. Or if you have any recommendations, any videos you would like to see, you also let me know and I'll try to do that. So you can see here I'm just ironing the placket. You see that first I ironed it on the inside. I ironed it on the inside to straighten all the threads. Now this is the outside. You spray water if you don't have a steam iron, and then use the fabric to cover it as seen, and then you iron that so that it will lie down very well. You don't have to leave it looking rough and what's the word? Rough and unkept. Okay, let me use that word. So you can see this after ironing it. You can look at the result here. You can see how the neck are clean and straight. So this is just how to achieve perfect plackets. Go to my channel, check on other videos. I have a lot of videos on different topics. You can check and watch whatever you need. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. While you're here, please subscribe and like. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.